Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And he's got Decker, left side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eric Decker, 51 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
To throw, it's Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it gives the Pats a first down.
Brandon, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game and the team is winning, you think at some point maybe even Brady will do the Gronk dance?
Well, if he does that Gronk dance, Davis, that means you have to do that Gronk dance.
Trust me, partner, no one wants to see me do the Gronk dance.
Your wife?
No one.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
Easy.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Brady. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
And now some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium. They know how to connect.
In ways that sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you've told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's got time in the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick looking deep downfield here for Decker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. And his throw is incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick looking here for Smith down. It's caught inside the 25. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Patriots. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start things on 1st down with Yeahlonzo. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They try again with Lewis. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the run. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come out here in the eye. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's caught outright, Amendola. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
He won't go down.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
New York set to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles driving over to this one. Some intrigue around a few quarterback battles going on right now in the league, isn't there?
Cleveland, they settled in early August. San Francisco, Denver, those continue to rage. But how about the Rams returning to L.A. and bringing a quarterback battle with them?
2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Looking for the end zone. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Again, it's Lewis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now Brady escaping, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Go, Bandit! Like 20! Like 20! 58, Mike, 58. Hey, check it! Like 20! 20!
On play action, it's Brady. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
Watch left, watch left, watch
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. He's going to let it go again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Lewis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the call stands. Now they're out of challenges. What do you think about that? Do you wish that they had an unlimited amount?
No, I don't, because if they have unlimited challenges,
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Throwing again here. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dante Hightower in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Back near his goal line, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
That's what I do.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Another pistol look here. 2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Brady going to throw here. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for for the Patriots. 34 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless ride. Cursed is a fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. From killing, don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Slowly, pulling me to your center. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and rock me like a river. Show this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and rock me like a river.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence now. Presence. Come out. It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling rhythmically clear. I am vigorous, spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the kid in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect her. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence now. Presence. Come out.
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Rings an hour, colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil of linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture, back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. words, zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studios drilled with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means be.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Vikings going up against the Bills. With that, let's get up to Ralph Wilson Stadium in Orchard Park. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. There's a look at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I'd never bet against him.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And here's the first NFL catch for Laquan Treadwell. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year, continues to excel in pass coverage.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker Blair Walsh on 4th down. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for...
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 62 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play. It worked almost to perfection.
Throwing. Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adolphus Washington. Washington able to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Way 90. Way 90. Tiger. 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 Tiger.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2nd down and 4.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They come up in an offset eye.
Flex round. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Here's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Taylor. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Charles Clay is tight end, the intended target. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Sherrills. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Let's go.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In the red zone this time.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And right with it here over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he did have to approach that one from a tough angle off the right hash mark, but a kick that short, you just have to have it.
Maybe time for a sanity check after that one. From where this ball was spotted, that right upright definitely comes into play on a kick like this, and that's 3 points lost right there.
Black round. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
Come on, let's go.
On third down, Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Bridgewater on first down. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Again, Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Going for it all. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And incomplete here on third down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Blair Walsh for the Viking field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Left side here, caught by Clay. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's first down, Buffalo.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Watkins alone on the left side. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
To throw is Taylor. And a third down pass falls incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sherrills to return it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Second down now after the pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bridgewater now on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 23 yards on the play. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Now Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Peterson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Watkins alone on the left side. On 2nd down, here's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Taylor. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Taylor. His throw incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd down following the run. Defense showing blitz. They run again with Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor down around his goal line. And this one complete to Hankerson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And got a man. It's Woods. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go. What?
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll go with McCoy. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the 1st down.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is caught. Watkins. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So now it's 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe
now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Red zone opportunity. And they're definitely showing blitz here. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. That would have been big. Would have broke our tie here in the 4th, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And they work so hard. All practice sessions, always working out, even in pregame, trying to get your feet down in bounds. Unable to get that done on that play.
Taylor will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. He's back to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. And they have really been able to contain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they will take a knee here. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, New York.
Welcome to franchise mode, the best way to play through a season with your favorite team. In Madden 17, we're giving you more control and more decisions for more impact. Control the game like never before with
Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second.
I can smell them, ain't talking about roses. Literally, I'm lean, mix it like a. Bought it in Nashville, then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up. Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, California, no place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more. Nomadic, I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, California, no place like California. C-A, all day. C-A, D-M-V-M-I-A, all reminds me of C-A. Sean.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Manning's Giants going up against Flacco's Ravens. With that, let's get you up to M&T Bank Stadium. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Manning now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10, and it's incomplete. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him at defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 68 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Josh Brown now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And his first look is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. On 1st down, Flacco looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there.
And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Manning to Beckham, a big play there. 48 yards. And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. They'll try to run now with Jennings. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Eli Manning with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Going for into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And Charles, Victor Cruz, the injury bug, it's been following him around a little bit, hasn't it?
It's been difficult last couple of years for him. Knee injury, calf injury, groin injury this season. And Sterling Shepard, a terrific pickup in the draft, is almost his carbon copy.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. We're calling luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, power ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rashad Jennings, 37 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And Charles, a little random sidebar, but it ties in with the NFL. One of the coolest things the first weekend of exhibition games was when the Ravens tuned into the Olympics.
Certainly did. They stopped the game. Everyone watched the big screen to see Michael Phelps go for the gold in the 200-meter swim. Baltimore-born man, and he got it done.
Yeah, it was a special, very cool moment. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. And that's complete. It's Watson. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Under. Tighten up. Under. 3. Under 10. Tight. Move, 45. 57, Mike. Over. Kill. Force. Slam. Tight. Ready. Under.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now out come the Giants. And that last touchdown drive they had, very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Manning now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Finding time. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st down, Manning underneath for Jennings. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now it's Jennings, and he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing now is Manning. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, Eli comes off, and on is Josh Brown for the... And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Larry Donnell. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
I don't know who exactly made the call. Was it the special teams coach? But it had to be okayed by the head coach. Gutsy call. Fake field goal that results in a touchdown. A terrific play.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I wanna sit on private planes. I wanna scream my name on top of the Eiffel Tower. On the Eiffel Tower. I wanna hit that blackjack. I wanna take that money and run right here, right now. Right here, right now. But I won't take that train. I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. Show in Tokyo, I wanna karaoke, bump it a little bit louder, a little bit louder. I wanna sing along with Elton. But I won't take that train, I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. Scream your name, wanna make you smile. Let's be runaways, leave it all behind. Will you take that train? Will you catch that flight? If you're on that plane, we'll be taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all in the world. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to
everybody. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Romo's Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And, oh, he spins past him and into space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
And that's definitely the way to get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
Now a first down throw. Romo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Jones. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up at an offset eye. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's brought down. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Dalton gives to Bernard, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in the backfield out of the starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
Dalton throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Romo. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Hey, let's go. 21.
Romo here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play. Romo to Bryant. 43 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Team up. Switch. 280. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now Tony Romo on first down. And here's the first NFL reception for the rookie Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that leads to a Dallas first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They go to Elliott again. And eventually eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you're...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dansby with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. So now on 4th down, Romo off, Bailey on for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On the run, Dunbar. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Get the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, these two guys, Dalton and Green, they've hooked up on some big plays since coming in as rookies together back in 2011. But sometimes Andy can rely on them just a little bit too heavily. And this is a ball he probably shouldn't have thrown.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Romo, he's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
For so long, when you thought about receivers, you thought about how graceful they were going after the ball. Dez Bryant goes after the ball with an absolute fury, and Tony Romo loves him for that and just delivers one.
Yeah, if you're Dez, it's nice to have a guy like Tony Romo back there. So much experience. And these two obviously have developed a great deal of chemistry.
They really have. Dez Bryant cares about Tony Romo being on the field, and Tony Romo welcomes that and delivers the ball to him.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Jeff, hey, check 24. Watch 20. Under. The other way.
Second and 10. Romo once more. Going right side. He has Witten. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So completion on second down, that brings up third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Hanna, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Passing, it's Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll be fourth down. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on fourth down. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Dalton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
Now a carry for Bernard. Ooh, with a juke. And some room to work. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And he's able to put it through. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
One man on the backfield, Elliott. On second down, here's Romo going up top. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 47 yards. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Fighting through. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
That was good coverage, but it was an even better catch. Great job by both of them, but only one of them ultimately was the winner coming down with the football.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. And that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them. That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath, sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Romo.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And out now come the Cowboys. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's a...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
On the return, it's Brandon Tate. A beautiful fake. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Give them.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before.
Doodle of a two-headed unicorn, it was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance, lose in a bedroom, oozing a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of a magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine.
Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had.
Capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus, rhyming and stealing a bee in a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will, the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings an hour.
So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? 2 words here, difference maker. That's what that pick right there is.
Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And a group and I lent seed oil over linen. Droid to the poison.
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front?
Move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures.
And these guys are going to get themselves a great player here, whether it's A, B, or C.
Shortening right or a torso hung on a warping spine of a portion reads is warm and alive. Routine day with a...
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot?
I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my...
Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
With the trials of the anti-minded.
3 choices here, all of them impact players.
Falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you.
Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Count your rings an hour. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. One Kansas City Chief is gone already. Here's a chance to have a teammate join him. It's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
Everybody's bathing in a holy water. Ain't enough gone around. Raise their cups, wear their crowns. You're sitting on a gold-stained altar. Feel the jungle.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. One receiver left. That's Allen.
Let's go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They set up the screen to Ivory. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A dump off for Ivory. And he's brought down after a good gain. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, Detroit. Detroit.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here. There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st down, this is Ivory. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Sally 19! Sally 19! Get ready!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Minnesota first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here's Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Get ready! 1, 18!
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Sammy Watkins, 77 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go-route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Underneath, Ivory. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Randy Starks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. One receiver left. That's Allen.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Touchdown, Vikings. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out in the pistol. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Another pistol look here. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Palmer now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Palmer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 1 receiver left, that's Allen.
Here we go now. Philly, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing.
And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Sally 19. Here we go.
Palmer will throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A.J. Green, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target was Michael O'Matawanui. And that'll lead here to a third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what?
And how about this, a fake? He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And when they fake it, maybe they're not looking for a touchdown. You're probably just a first down. They got a little more than they bargained for.
Exactly right, because that's all you're aiming for. Pick up the first down, get your offense back on the field. Instead, the offense doesn't have to worry about it because they got 6 on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Palmer. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Sammy Watkins, 55 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get...
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's Palmer. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gavin Escobar, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
And here my old college coach right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now out comes Minnesota.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in a fast lane. May your pain only be. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just stopped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey. So what you wanna do? So what you wanna do? I think I'm gonna do something crazy.
Welcome to franchise mode.
Come by, bring a rack.
If you want to join, don't worry. You'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second.
Jack. Except out to people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey. What you wanna do? Think about to do it. Think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Down. Do something crazy.
Do something crazy.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey.
Your season starts now.
Think about to do it. Think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk.
Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles. Going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Oh my going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
You're sitting on a ghost, saying out to feel the jungle.